I advise you don't watch this. So, what has happened? Okay. I just spent the last hour and a half recording this tier list video. And you know what? It was terrible. I went way too slowly, and I'm not going to make an hour and a half long video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to redo the entire thing, and I'm going to be a lot faster about it. Not going to lie, some of my explanations for characters are pretty bad. But what is this video? This is a tier list for characters from A Certain Magical Index, Scientific Railgun, and Scientific Accelerator. I actually made this on Tier Maker myself. I made this like last summer. I pretty much just added characters that I know, that I've seen so far. So where am I in the Toaru series? I have seen all of the Index anime, and I have seen all of the Railgun anime, and I'm caught up in Railgun manga. I read by the volume though, so I think there's like less than 20 chapters that I haven't read. Yeah, tier list, opinions that are mine. Oh yeah, I've also seen the Accelerator anime. I have not read the Accelerator manga. So I'm going to be ranking characters from the Toaru series. I can't believe that. That's so cool. If you watch this entire thing, I just want to know you're a massive legend. I couldn't do that, and I'm surprised you can. We have like 7 tiers, bottom tier being F and top tier being SS. And you know what? Let's just get right into it. To our character tier list, let us begin. I'm not going to start from the top left because, I mean, these are like some hard-hitting characters right here at the top. And then we would be ending with this complete literally who at the bottom. Alright, so let's pick one random. When I recorded this the first time, I went with Lars Stewart first. Let's go with Lars Stewart again. I love Lars Stewart. I'm going to put her S tier. Maybe that's too high. What do I like about her? I like that she's kind of morally ambiguous at times. You never really know her intentions, and she spices up things a lot. She also has this kind of like devious sass to her that I really like. I don't know, she adds just an interesting flair to the series that I really like. For a weird story, I always like stumble when I think of her name. I always want to call her Laura Whitefield. I don't know where that came from, but I always want to call her Laura Whitefield. I think I looked that up, and it was like a lawyer or something. I don't know. I'm sorry, world. I love her. Yeah, great character in my opinion. I feel like I would probably rank her a lot higher than everyone else. I'm not really sure. Let's go with Micah, Tsuchimikado's little sister. Her entire character is that she sits on a security robot and she spins. And you know what? That makes it worth it. B tier. It's like, I don't know. This is probably going to be a fairly uncontroversial list. I am simple pleased. It's kind of like if you provide any cute, funny material for me to any value, if you have any value whatsoever, I am probably going to put you in at least B or C. D and F are for characters that I just do not care about or actually dislike. But not really a lot of characters I super hate, and I feel like the ones I do hate are kind of justified. And also, there's not going to be any. I'm not going to put any major spoilers for anything that has not been covered in the anime. So no, I'm not going to do any like big like Railgun manga spoilers. I haven't read the light novels for Index yet. That's something I plan on doing this year. So obviously no spoilers for that, and no Accelerator manga spoilers. Who's next? You know what? Pierce is screaming out to me. Pierce. Wait, is that even his name? Algami? Is it Algami Pierce? Am I right? Algami. He looks like Brock. And he's Toma's friend number 2. So you know what? You get C tier. This video is going to be so cringe. It's going to be so bad. Alright, I gotta go faster. I'm not making this an hour and a half again. Sphynx! I love Sphynx! There are so many cute, funny moments when Sphynx, like, runs away. And somehow Index cannot catch up to this cat. She chases this cat throughout half the city, my dude. And so that makes him B tier. I like him. He's cool. You know, let's go ahead and do Index, the face of this series. So Index, I'm gonna put her B tier. Let's put her at least at the top of B tier. So, I'm not really ranking these within the tiers unless they're like maybe specifically my favorite or whatever. But Index, I feel like Index had the potential to be an amazing character. I love when she's like flexing on people, like manipulating their magic. It's really cool when she's doing that. She's pretty cute, has some funny moments, but I think ultimately I wish that there was just more to her, and I wish she would stop biting Toma 24/7. I don't know why. I'm just kind of annoyed with the whole Toma biting thing. I don't really think it's that funny anymore. It is a little obnoxious, but I still love Index. I still really enjoy her for who she is. Sometimes she annoys me a little bit, but we good. We good. Edzali. Everyone cares about what I think about Edzali. He's okay. He's C tier. There's not really much to him so far. I enjoyed the parts he was in. Not much else to say. Let's do a character I hate. Where's a character I hate? Where is she? You know what? Whoever you are, you avoided me for now. Because I can't find her. I'm looking for someone specific. Okay, it's Sherry Cromwell. Like Sherry Cromwell. I used to despise her, and now I just don't really care. I'd put her D tier. I don't know. I don't really like her brash like personality. I don't see them doing much with her later, and she kind of felt random to me. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't enjoy her too much. Hioki Kazukiri, the girl that shows up at the end of every season. I kind of find her boring, not gonna lie. I think her design is a little bland. I feel like I'm starting off negative. I'm not trying to. I feel like her design is a little bland and her personality is a little bland. I love the premise of her character, with her being a culmination of everyone's aim dispersion. That's a really cool concept. And I think she grew on me in Index 3. I don't know, she was doing a lot more in Index 3, and I kind of brought her character up for me a little bit. So I put her C tier. Sorry if you're a Hioki stan. Let's do a character I feel nothing towards. Like, well, I don't know. Where is her? I'm looking for this one girl and I can't find her. Okay. Fukiyose. Let's do Fukiyose. I like her. She's okay. I don't have any deep reason for liking her. She's just, I don't know, there's some cute, trashy, funny-ish moments with her. I don't know. I kind of am interested to see what they do with her character. Lucia's little sister. Does anyone care? D tier. She's okay, I guess. The dude, Mr. Green Man of the Left. Booger Man of the Left. I kind of just don't like him. I think he does not... I'm going to put him in D tier. I think he doesn't translate well into animation. He looks silly. He looks silly to me. I want to like him because I do like his ability and stuff, but I don't know. I just have a hard time taking him seriously. That's all it is. I don't hate him really, but he's there. Komoe. I like Komoe. One cool thing about her character is that she has that perfect internal clock, which was a random detail. I think random details actually add a lot to a character. But sometimes, not when that's the only thing you focus on. I think a good way to write a character is to have a lot of random details about them. And I actually heard that from the Konosuba author. I think that one thing he does is he adds very random details to his characters, like Aqua likes shiny rocks, and if you keep adding stuff like that, it really brings a character to life. And I think Komoe kind of has a little bit of that, especially in the first season. I like her. A funny thing is, I made this tier list, right? So you can like see the you can like see the community rankings, and the weird. I looked at them. There's not like a ton of them, as you see. Only 3 people like rated this thing, and I was one of them. Everyone that ranked Komoe either put her in top tier or bottom tier, and I didn't know she was that controversial. I like Komoe. I think she's A tier. All right, let's do this guy. The villain dude from the Special Blood arc, the second arc of Index 1. I'm putting him F tier. He kind of just irritates me. I thought that was a weird arc. It's kind of one of my least favorite arcs in the series. I don't know, he was kind of just petty and jealous, and for some reason they decided to introduce vampires. I don't know why. It was a very misleading arc. I don't feel like this arc represents the series very well. I feel like a lot of people probably dropped the show because of this arc. There's some cool atmospheric stuff to it that I really like, that's for sure, but overall, and I like how the arc ended, but him, I did not enjoy him. Bad man. Dude from the Amakasa Church. He's cool. He always, every time I look at him, he reminds me of Samurai Champloo, which I've seen one whole episode of. I don't know, I don't know, he's fun. I don't have a deep reason for liking him. He's cool and fun. Let's go with the random girl from Railgun who likes to eat. She's okay. Not much to her. I don't know, cute, funny-ish moments. I think that was that a filler arc? I think it was, but I actually really liked the filler in Railgun. So I enjoyed it for the most part. The Scavenger Leader, yeah. So if you've seen Accelerator, the anime, you do know who this is. I think Scavenger, I feel like maybe this is a weird opinion, but I actually love Leader from Scavenger. I think her name's Rita, something like Izumi Rita, something like that. I always just call her Leader. She has a sick ability. It's really cool what her ability is. I'm not gonna like say too much about her or whatever in case you haven't seen everything. But she has some pretty funny interactions with Mikoto, and you get to see inside her mind and during those scenes, and it is really funny to me. I laughed a lot during it. The dorm supervisor. You know, there was a filler episode with her where the girls tried to help her get a boyfriend, and she did not end up with a boyfriend, and that was probably the only time I somewhat cared for her. And besides that, you know, I get a little upset when you snap Kuriko's neck, so I'm putting you C tier. I feel like most people probably put her lower. I don't know. I don't particularly hate her. By the way, I'm gonna try to save some of the bigger characters for last. I'll sprinkle them in here and there to keep things interesting, but a lot of like really cool characters I think are going to be some of the last ones I do. So I don't, if you just want to see those, I guess you can skip to the end. Seike. I guess, you know, let's just do Scavenger. Let's do all Scavenger. Let's do that. Seike. Seike is a person that I have no feelings for, personally. I just didn't really enjoy them that much. I don't really feel like there's that much to them. Cool. The girl whose name I don't know from Scavenger, but I remember her being kind of cute, kind of funny. C tier. You earned it. And her. She has some funny moments in the... She had a funny moment in the current arc of Railgun in the manga. So for that alone, I'll give you C tier. You know, you brought me some enjoyment. I don't really like her design, though. I'll say that. Scavenger's weird. I feel like I don't really like the designs of Scavenger, and they're kind of like a meme. I feel like they're kind of a meme to me at some points, but like sometimes they kind of get me hyped, not gonna lie. I don't know why. I have such a weird relationship with Scavenger. Anyways. Ursula. I think Ursula's straight up boring. It might be negative. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm doing the characters I don't care about as much first, so I can get to the characters I like a lot later. Ursula, I don't know. They didn't do much with her. She was just kind of there. She kind of didn't provide much. She was kind of boring. She was kind of an object of fan service at times. And I don't see them doing much with her. And I'm not a big fan. If characters come from an arc that I don't particularly like, then they kind of end up a little lower just because of that. but whatever. Let's do a positive one. Let's do Lesser. Yeah, Lesser. I call her Lesser. I'm putting her A tier. She's cute and funny. I don't know. It's kind of funny how she was supposed to be like Toma's bodyguard, but in reality, Toma doesn't. I mean, Toma defends himself probably better than she could, but she had just some absurd, funny moments. She has a great design, and I liked just. I don't know. I liked her presence. It was fun. You know, let's do a big boy. Let's do the man himself, Accelerator. I think Accelerator he's one of my favorite characters ever. He is my favorite male character in the series. I kind of think he's just one of the coolest characters ever written. He has some of the best character development I've ever seen. He is philosophically interesting, psychologically interesting, has an amazing design, and a fascinating ability. I love him. Yes. I think what really made me love him was one part. I already loved him beforehand, but in Index 3, when they show him at the beginning of the level 6 shift project and him killing the first Misaka clone, that was one of the coolest things that was one of the coolest parts of his characters, in my opinion. And seeing that and see how he derailed psychologically, mentally after that, and then seeing his redemption in Index 3, it was very satisfying. I loved it. I think he is one of the coolest characters in fiction, one of the best written characters in fiction. Kiyama Harumi, the antagonist, if you want to call her that, from the Level Upper arc. I love Kiyama Harumi. I think what they did with her was awesome. I like that they had this kind of weird twist of making her seem like she was good, and then they tried to turn her into this terrible villain. But then when you get the full story of why she did what she did, I loved it. I really loved that. She felt so much shame. She felt so much guilt and regret for what she was involved with, that she felt like she had to make that right no matter what. And I like that they didn't throw her character away. They did more with her. She came back later. Was that a filler arc? I don't know. I really enjoyed her though, and I really want to see more of her. So I guess since I just did her, the Child Error Girl. I mean, she's part of the. I don't know. She was part of the flashbacks for that. It was some cute moments. I liked it. William Orwell. William Orwell is a dad. He is cool. Has a cool backstory. I like him. Old man, dad, words. This guy. You're going in F tier. I don't remember his name. I think he was supposed to be Accelerator's mentor. And I feel like if they would have explained that better, shown more about that, I would have been more invested, but I kind of just wanted Accelerator to wreck this man. Period. Next character. Vento. Maybe I'm alone in saying this, but I really like Vento. I put her A tier. Probably not for good reason. Maybe it's just because her design is really sick to me. I love the arc where she was introduced. And for some reason, when she showed up in Index 3 legit out of nowhere and started fighting Fiamma, I got hyped. I don't know why I got hyped, because she got flexed on, but I enjoyed it. So let's do Fiamma. Fiamma. He's cool. I feel like I'm gonna put him B tier. I feel like I could enjoy his character more if I looked deeper into him. I plan on reading the light novel soon for Index 3 material, and I feel like maybe I'll like him a lot more then. But I generally just like him. I don't know. I really don't have much to say. I wanna know more about him, really. Even though his arc was finished. Pretty much. I don't think he's showing up again, if you know what I mean. But I want to look more into his character and see what I think about him, so I don't have super strong opinions. Okay, let's go. Okay, Agnes. Let's do the those like sister characters. Were there any other? Okay, Agnes. I feel like I should hate Agnes, but I don't. I enjoyed her for what she was. I feel like they were trying to throw some interesting ideas out there with their character. Maybe they missed, maybe they didn't. I don't know. I enjoyed her for what she was, even though she was kind of an object of fan service. But you know what? If I met her, I'd give her a high five. Tell her, chin up, pal. Lucia. This is who I was looking for earlier. Lucia. F tier. I hate her. Why is she looking at me like that? She looks at me like she hates me, and I didn't do anything. No, there's nothing particularly noteworthy about her. She's kind of unpleasant. That's it. Let's do the movie girl. Yeah. I forgot her name, and let's do the other movie. Yeah, so I think the movie was okay. I think it's only really worth watching if you're a big Toaru fan, like I am. But other than that, the movie introduced some cool enough characters. I liked her. I'd put her in B tier. This is a music channel. She's a musician. You know what? She gets music points. Music points put you up to A tier. No, I'll put her in B. I don't know. Musicians are cool, so I'm putting her there. I don't know. She's enjoyable enough. And then the villain. I love the villain girl's design. I don't remember her name. I don't think she was particularly noteworthy. I enjoyed her for what she was. I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot. Let's do Congo's friend number 1 and Congo's friend number 2. They actually have some pretty, even though they look so stale, they look kind of stale and boring, but they actually have some pretty like interesting stuff happen later in this season of Railgun. So fun. Yeah, I don't know. They have nice moments. I like them for what they are. Junco. I think Junco is amazing. I would put her S tier. Junco, I wouldn't put her S tier if it weren't for the Astral Buddy spin-off manga that she's the main character of. I think she is a phenomenal main character. She's very innocent. I love the humor around her character. I like her design a lot. She has a neat enough ability. She has pretty cool interactions with, where is she? Ghost Girl. Mrs. Ghost Girl here, who I will put in B tier, by the way. I'll get to that too. Junco, yeah, I think she's just an amazing main character. I really liked seeing from her perspective. It added a lot to her. I think she was just this random, like, cute, funny side girl right under Shokuho. But there's actually a lot more to her, and I recommend reading Astral Buddy if you're into Railgun. I've only read the first 2 volumes because I read everything by the volume as they release. So I haven't like finished it. Ghost Girl, I don't know, she has cute interactions. She cool. Terestina, I hate Terestina. I think she's, I think honestly, I kind of think Terestina is just a bad villain. Honestly, she's kind of just psychotic for like shock value. I don't think shock value is inherently bad, but I didn't particularly like Terestina's reveal. I don't know. I didn't like it. I do love that. I do quite like that arc, but I just didn't like her very much. The Doctor. I like the Doctor. A tier. Why? This man connects everyone in the series for some reason. This man has helped everyone in the series. He helps Toma after every arc in the hospital. He is the reason Accelerator is alive, probably. He's the reason the Misaka clones are okay. Like, this man saves lives, and so he needs respect. Kinohara. I think Kinohara is the weakest member of Item, personally. I'm gonna put her B tier. I say she's the weakest member, but I still put her B tier. Her whole quirk is that she says super a lot, or ultra, I think how they said it in the anime, something like that. I enjoy her. She's funny. She has a lot of cute, funny moments, but there's not really too much to her character outside of that. Let's do this girl, whose name I don't remember. Maybe Index 3 just didn't adapt as well. I'm putting her in D tier. Maybe Index 3 just didn't adapt as well, but I had absolutely no idea what the purpose of her character was. And she was very unpleasant, so you're going there. Let's do a character I love. I love Kanzaki. I feel like everyone loves Kanzaki. She's extremely cool, and fun fact, Kanzaki has my favorite character design in all of anime, I think. Everything about her design just feels perfect to me. Just the jeans with one leg cut off, the boots, the tied up white shirt, the ribbon in her hair, the sword. I love it all. I love everything about her character. Belt, it's also cool. I like that she, I mean, obviously she's just extremely cool. She's very fun to watch fight. Every time she's on screen, it's just something cool happening. And I also, there's more to her than just that. She has like some neat characterization. One cool thing is that she feels constantly in debt to Toma, and she gets very flustered because of that. And she's always thinking of how she can repay Toma for the debt that she feels towards him. And I don't know, there's some pretty cool characterization there. I love Kanzaki every time she's on screen. S tier. Let's do Carissa. I'd say Carissa is the most interesting of the princesses. Philosophically, she's pretty interesting, I guess. I'd put her like B tier. She's okay. She has a really cool weapon. And she's got the most spunk of the princesses. Let's talk about the other princesses too. Princess number 2 with the thing around her eye. Congratulations, you're C tier. There's not much to say about her. She's just kind of there. And then her, Mrs. Walk All Over Me. I feel like she's also, I'd put her C tier as well. I feel like she was kind of just there to like have someone for William Orwell to want to be with. I don't know. She seems kind, nice. Don't particularly care for her. This guy, I don't remember his name. I never remember his name, but I always want to call him Arvis from like Fire Emblem. I haven't even played Genealogy of the Holy War, that game. I'm a big Fire Emblem fan, but I think just from Heroes or whatever that I played, I don't know. He just reminds me of Arvis. He just does. I don't know why. I always want to call him that. His name is not Arvis, but you know what? Not Arvis. You're going in D tier because I did not like that arc. I think the first season of Railgun is actually my favorite season in all of Toaru so far. Hopefully season 3 changes that. But this was the one arc I just really didn't like. Good thing it was short. I just found it kind of boring. It didn't really add too much. I feel like it was an attempt at world building that I just didn't really care for. Let's do the parents. So we got Toma's mom, Mikoto's mom, Toma's dad. Okay, Toma's dad and mom. I'm gonna put both of them in C tier. I really wanted to see more from them. That was a very strange arc, I think. That oddly enough ended up being important. Angel Fall or whatever. That was kind of. I loved how they linked back to that. By the way, I love when shows call back to earlier events from like 2 seasons ago. That's cool. But I wish they would have done more with Toma's parents. I kind of like seeing that, especially with Toma and his amnesia, dealing with interacting with his parents was such a cool idea. I really would like to see more of his parents sometime. That'd be cool. I haven't read the light novels. Maybe they do something there. Mikoto's mom has spunk, and I respect that. She just has some funny moments. That's it. I just enjoy it for that. Fukuyose. Didn't I already do her on here? I think I have 2 pictures of her. Yeah, B tier. Isa. I feel like Isa could have been a really cool character, but they don't do anything with her. Why don't they do anything with her? I don't know. Like I said, I don't really like the Special Blood arc too much. Every season of Toaru will have like one arc, one little arc that I'm not big on, and Special Blood arc is that arc for me in Index 1. There's, I say, cool atmosphere stuff. Isa, I feel like she could have been more interesting. She's cute and funny. You're going to hear that a lot. And I like her. I'd put her B tier, but I really want to see more from her. Let's do the random nice woman from Anti-Skill. You know what? You get C tier. Next. Hear me, right? So from the Accelerator anime, I feel like people probably hate her. I mean, I enjoyed her for what she was. I'll put her in B tier. I think I just have a bias for like really high energy, optimistic, bright, cheery girls. I don't, probably because everything I just said is the exact opposite of me. So I don't know, I'm biased, whatever. I just kind of like that. I don't know. I don't think she was particularly well written, but I liked her enough. Like I said, I'm saving a lot of these bigger characters for later, but let's do Konari. Konari, C tier. I like her as a supporting character, but whenever she's the focus of any part, I just find it a little boring. Random girl from New Light. I'm not a big fan of New Light. I think Lesser is the only one from New Light I particularly really like. Other than that, New Light's all kind of like D tier to me. In fact, let's go ahead and just put the other New Light characters in there. By the way, I know this list is missing some characters, but the characters are missing are fairly like irrelevant. Like I'm not missing any double S tier characters. Let's do... Alright, let's do Sasha. I think Sasha has such a sick design. I kind of wish there was more to her character. I like that they brought her back in Index 3. That was sick. I feel like there's probably some stuff they left out. I'm going to read the light novels. Don't worry. I plan it. I already bought one of them. Okay? Sasha, I love her design. I guess for that alone, I'd put her in like B tier. I enjoy her whenever she's there. I just want to know more about her. Characters in B tier, a lot of characters in B tier are characters that I enjoy, but I want to see more of. That I like, literally every character here is just like, if I saw more good stuff of them, I'd put them higher up. Itsuwa. I love Itsuwa. She is hilarious to me. I'm gonna put her in A tier. I feel like some people hate her. I don't know. I could see why some people might not like her, but I love her. I love her because set yourself in the scene right now. You worked a long day at work. You're feeling real tired. Or school. You went to school or something. You're feeling real tired, and then you're at home relaxing, and then Itsuwa knocks on your door. You open your door, you say, "What's up?" She brings you a hot towel. That's it. I don't know. She brings Toma hot towels, and that is awesome. And she like, I love the self-deprecating humor about her in this outfit right here that she's wearing. She called herself some naughty words, I think I'm not making that up. I don't know, like self-deprecation. I always enjoy her when she's on screen. That's it. Let's do Toma. I'm gonna put Toma A tier. I have a very hard time explaining why I like Toma. Maybe just because he's a catalyst for so many like great characters in this show. I don't know. I think what I enjoy about him, Jared, if you're watching this, I don't know if you are, but trying to tell me like Asta is a better character than Toma, it's like, okay, well, I guess I can see why. Asta has some cool development. Stop right there!
Alright, this is me in post-editing. I explained this terribly. I was actually cringing pretty hard. I repeated the same thing probably like 5 times. So basically what I'm trying to say is that comparing Toma to Asta, I find Toma's situation more interesting because of the effects that his right hand has on his life, because he, rejects blessings from God, and he was born with that, and he will live with that probably for the remainder of the series. But Asta, was born without magic for a good portion of his life, right? But then one day he just randomly receives this ridiculously powerful weapon, and it no longer matters that he was born without magic. So basically, I think Asta having no magic is purely symbolic for his character, while Toma, his situation remains relevant throughout the entire show, and that's what I was trying to say. I don't comparing Asta to Toma just seems kind of stupid now. I mean, Asta develops a lot more than Toma, but Toma's situation is much more interesting. These shows have like nothing in common. I don't know why I'm even going off about this. Back to this fascinating tier list.
Why am I talking about this? Frick you, Jared. Jared's he's not gonna watch this. Okay, whatever. Link in the description. Jared's channel. Okay, Esther. Let's talk about Esther. Esther is the reason I love green eyes. Look at that. Look at that. So Esther, I think Esther could have been an amazing character, and I'm gonna put her in A tier. She is extremely cute, extremely funny, and there's some cool stuff about her character. I like that she's this necromancer who feels a lot of guilt whenever she has to use her ability. She really dislikes having to use it, so much that at the end of the Accelerator anime, spoiler alert, she gives up necromancy. I say it was a little disappointing because I want to see their, like, I haven't read the manga, I don't know what they do. I want to see them. I always thought when I saw her design that she would be this cool assassin-looking girl that could fight, because that cloak she wore, and she cannot fight, I don't believe. I would love it if they turned her character around and she kind of like learned how to fight on her own. That'd be a really cool thing. But I really enjoyed her. A lot of funny moments with her, especially when she's asking Accelerator to be his apprentice. That was very funny. But yeah, I quite like Esther. Okay, let's pick up the pace here. Last Order. Last Order is SS tier. Last Order has such an interesting relationship with Accelerator. I love how she's like a catalyst for him and his development. A lot of cute, funny moments. Again, I guess I'll go ahead and also put the Misaka clones up there because I also love them equally. To me, the Misaka clones, including Last Order, are some of the funniest characters in anime. Like, they make me laugh so much. And Last Order is a big part of that. Love her as a character, love her effect on Accelerator, and I love their interactions. Very heartwarming stuff. Uiharu. Uiharu. Uiharu is, I'd say S tier, yeah. Uiharu, I love her backstory with Kuriko. That's one of my favorite things in the series. Very, very precious. Very precious. I think she's very admirable. Yes, I also love the thing about the flowers. I don't know why that's such a weird thing in the show, but yeah. Cool. Next. Hamazura. Let's go ahead and put Takitsubo up there too. Tell me Hamazura is not the biggest 180 of a character ever. They took this... Bro, I didn't even remember him from Season 2. When in Index 3, when stuff was going down with Hamazura, and I had the realization that this was the dude from Season 2, that random episode where Toma, like, flexed on him, I was thinking, my goodness, they took this literally nobody character, and they turned him into this... They turned him into a family man, and I respect this man. A tier. I love him. Hamazura is great. Great turnaround of the character. And Takitsubo, I hate Takitsubo. I had thought her pink tracksuit was the ugliest thing ever. But you know what? Her romance with Hamazura was heartwarming, and I'll give her B tier. Okay. Honestly, there are a few characters in here that I don't actually know, because I just kind of put them in here. I'm gonna go ahead and go through those really quick. This blonde, get her. Yeah, I haven't read the light novels, so I don't know anything about Othinus, but I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm gonna predict that I love Othinus, and so we're gonna put Othinus in A tier. Well, I'm also gonna predict that I love this blonde lolly girl because she seemed very arrogant and funny. So you're also going in A tier. Why are you watching this? I don't know. I have some pretty stupid mindsets. I think this girl's from Accelerator. I'll put her in B tier. I don't know anything about her. I haven't seen her yet. The two people that show up at the end of Index, I'm putting them in C tier because I don't know, Index 3 that is, I don't know anything about them. They might be really cool. They'll probably get bumped up if I like them. Heck yeah. Shinobu. I like that Shinobu, first time she saw Mikoto, beat her up or something like that. She's a cool character. There's cool stuff that goes down with her in that arc. Kind of a little bit of a redemption arc for her. I like it. Musujime. This was the arc. I think this was the arc where I realized I really loved the series, and it was one of my favorite series, the Toaru series. That was just such a... I don't know if anyone else feels that way about the arc, but I loved it. Her fight with Kurko is probably my favorite fight in the series. She's kind of a pedophile. That's something. But that's okay. B tier. I don't know. I enjoyed her. Cool arc. I like seeing her when she's there. Random sister girl. I don't know your name. D tier. February. I actually like that arc a lot. I kind of like seeing her, how she kind of just like didn't like Mikoto at first, and at the end of the arc, she really likes Mikoto. Cool February. B tier. I'd give her a high five. Okay. The anti-skill woman who is in like every series, she's cool. I like her. For what she is, I think she's cool. She's a responsible figurehead, is what I'll refer to her as. Style. I feel kind of similarly about Style, except I'm going to actually put Style in S tier. I love Style's role in the series. I love his design, the barcode and everything. By the way, he's 14. That's kind of mind-blowing to me that this man is 14. I hope that's a candy cigarette in your mouth, young boy, or a sucker or something. Okay. I enjoy him. He's really cool. Feels like he's this weird middleman in the series, and I think that's what I really like about him. Now he's, talks to Aleister Crowley, talks to Lars Stewart, talks to Toma. He seems kind of all over the place, and I really like that about him. He gets around. The dude from the first episode of Railgun. So I'm putting him in F. I'll put D tier. I'll put him in D tier. So imagine this: you're getting bullied. When you develop an ability to where you can defend yourself, what you do is not hurt the bullies, but you hurt judgment, the people trying to help you. I mean, there's kind of some interesting ideas thrown around with that. I'm not going to get too deep into it. D tier, whatever. Butler guy. I just call him Butler guy. William Orwell's friend. You know what made me really mad when he beat Kanzaki in a fight in Season 3? Why? Why did he... How? It actually irritated me when he did that. I was cheering for Kanzaki so hard, and he flexed on her. Not cool. Alright, random girl from Railgun. Who cares? D tier. This is a new character introduced in the newest in the newest arc of Railgun. I'm not gonna spoil it, but she's alright. I don't know. I haven't seen enough with her to really say. Random doctor woman. I hardly remember her, honestly. C tier. I remember vaguely liking her. Kakine. Let's do Kakine. I don't know how to feel about Kakine. I really like what I've seen of Kakine. I really want to see more. I'm going to put him in B tier, but I feel like the more I see of him, I could put him higher up. I like his design. I love his ability. I just really want to see more from him. I like this fight with the Accelerator. Iwas. I want to see more from Iwas. I'll put him in B tier. I don't know much about him outside of Index 3. Interested to see what they do with them. This random dude who I think is from Study. Study? Yeah, I hate him. Yeah, I hate him. I would have a hard time believing anyone would put him higher than F tier. Okay, Dolly. I'm not going to spoil anything with Dolly. Just know Railgun Season 3. I guess I didn't say this in my last recording. Railgun Season 3, the what it's adapting is like one of my top 3 favorite arcs in all of anime. And Dolly is a part of that arc, and she is a big part of why I think the arc is so amazing, and I'm gonna put her A tier. She is very, very pleasant. Very pleasant character. I love that backstory. Random, I think, Russian woman from Index 3, C tier. Congratulations. There's not much to her unless the light novels are different. Same thing with this girl here, who looks kind of similar. Like I said, I'm leaving a lot of the big characters for last. Guts! We're talking about the Guts guy. Sogita Guna. I love him. S tier. You ever just like... I'm not going to spoil what happens in this arc, but even his introduction alone was just so... This man's a hero. I love him. he just wants to talk about... He just wants to talk about guts! Bro, it's 3 in the morning. I'm screaming about guts in my room by myself. I really like him. Yeah, I don't know. He's very enjoyable, very funny. He's one of the few not completely messed up in the head level 5s. He's a hero of justice, and you have to legally like him. I'm kidding. Random new light girl, D tier. I don't hate new light. I don't know. They were just there. I hope they show up later. I mean, I want more. I don't want to dislike them. I just want more from them. Girl in the dress. I oddly like her. I think she A tier. I think she just recently got a name. Wait, did I put Itsuwa in A tier? Oh, I meant to put Itsuwa in S tier. Okay, my bad. I meant to put Itsuwa in S tier. My bad. Yeah, I don't know. I really like her ability. I like that she's just she's oddly threatening for someone that I feel like probably shouldn't be, but she is, and I enjoy her. I think she actually scored pretty high on a Japanese fan-voted favorite character poll, right? I think she did. Pretty interesting. Helmet Boy. C tier. He's kind of psychotic. You know what? B tier. He's kind of psychotic looking, and I think I like him for that reason alone. This girl is... I'll do both of these girls, because, yeah, I mean, if you've read Astral Buddy, you know why. She's okay. B tier. I enjoy her while she's there. And Yumiya. I'm not gonna say anything about her. Just read Astral Buddy. I don't know. I probably shouldn't put her that high. Yumiya. I really like this part of Railgun. That is just this part of Railgun. I was very invested in. I'm actually gonna put Yumiya in A tier. That's probably not deserved. I won't put her in. I don't think she deserves it. I enjoy her. I really enjoyed her. I'll do these two characters from the Jailbreak arc, and that is currently running in Railgun, that I am enjoying so far. Like I said, I read by the volume, so there's still a lot of chapters I haven't read. But Amane is really funny. Amane is a self-proclaimed... I'm going to put her B tier. She's like a self-proclaimed hero. But the ironic thing is she has this van. It ties in with her ability, but she has this van with all these megaphones, and it's technically illegal. So even though she's a self-proclaimed hero, she's constantly like running away from the authorities because of that. I think that's funny. Omi. You're going to think I'm messed up in the head, but I'm putting Omi in A tier. There hasn't been too much with their characters so far, but for what little there was, I really enjoyed her. She's this 30-plus-year-old woman in a 10-year-old's body. Honestly, it's basically cute and funny. What great reasoning. Applaud. Cute and funny. She's very cute and very funny. Orianna, you ever just have... I'm putting her A tier. You ever just have a character from a show, and whenever you think of a random character at the top of your head that's not like a super important character, like that's Orianna. Like whenever I think of random Index characters, I always think of her. I don't know why. So I guess I just put her A tier. I guess she had some sort of impact. All right, so these are the lads I left you with. Let's do Aleister Crowley. I love him as a looming threat. I'm gonna put him A tier. He's like this looming threat that I just want to know more about. I think the mystery that they've built up around Crowley is so fascinating, and I really just want to know more about him. Also, I love that he's named after the actual, like, dude, Aleister Crowley. You know how, like, Usain Bolt is the fastest man in the world or whatever, and his last name just happens to be Bolt, and it's stupidly fitting. That's how I feel about Aleister Crowley. I feel like that name is just too fitting. Congo. I love Congo. S tier character. I expected to hate her. I ended up loving her. I like that she is this character from this high up place. You know, she's rich and she's been kind of isolated and sheltered, and she doesn't know how to function in society or interact with people because of that. And I really like seeing her. It's very charming to watch her try to interact with people her age, because she just doesn't know how to do it. And I find it very touching. I really like that. Saten is one of my favorite characters in the show. Saten, so I love Saten, what they did with the anime of her kind of being wary of Mikoto. I thought was a smart thing to do with her character. I think kind of added to her characterization, personality, whatnot. I really want them to like follow up on her developing an ability. I want by the end of the series for her to develop an ability. I hope she does. That'd be cool. But the cool thing about her is that, you know, she went to Academy City because she wanted to have an ability really badly, and then when she got there, they told her she basically had no chance of developing one. She had to live with that silently. I don't know, I like seeing her conflict with that a lot. It's one of the reasons I love the Level Up her arc. I like seeing her interactions with a lot of people, especially Toma. I like seeing her interactions with Toma a lot, even though that's not particularly common. The only thing about Saten I don't like is, honestly, I cringe a little bit when she gets that bad out. I'm not gonna lie. Cool, I'm legit trying to talk fast. My voice hurts. Tsuchimikado. I used to hate him, now I love him. S tier character. He's cool. My opinion of him changed in the Daihase arc of Index. Kuriba from the Dream Ranker arc, I believe it's called. I'm gonna put her A tier. One of the most interesting ideas in the series is revolving around her character. And I like seeing her emotional response to it and everything. And I really like, I don't know, I really kind of just felt bad for her character. I feel like that arc did a great job of making me feel for her. Midori, I'm not going to spoil anything, but Midori in this season, I love her. I love her. I have a thing for Twin Tails, by the way. Like, if you have Twin Tails, I basically automatically already love you as a character. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything. What she does in this arc it's pretty cool, and she does show up later after this arc is finished. And I just always enjoy her while she's there. You see who I'm leaving. You see these characters. Hihara Gensei. This rat. You would think I would put him in F tier because I hate him. I'm gonna put him in A tier. Why? I'm putting him in A tier because I think Hihara Gensei is a great villain. The way they did a great job of building him up from season 1 of Railgun even, and season 2 of Railgun, up to what is going to happen in this currently airing arc of Railgun. And I think there's some mind-blowing stuff that goes on, and it involves him, and I just think they built him up as a great villain that you really, really despise. And when he gets flexed on, it is satisfying beyond belief to me. Maybe I'm the only one that feels that way. I really enjoyed him as a villain. If I was ranking him how much I liked him as a person, he'd go in F tier. I hate him. The Queens. I probably should have sprinkled these characters in a little bit better, but let's do Shokuho. Shokuho, if I had to pick a character that I thought was the best written character in the show, I would either pick Accelerator or Shokuho. I call her Shokuho, by the way. I think a lot of people call her Misaki. Her contrast with Mikoto, I think, is amazing. I don't want to spoil anything, but what happens in this arc is why she is one of my favorite characters. Mikoto, SS. I don't feel like I need to explain. Mikoto is the reason I started, that I wanted to get in the series so badly, because I loved her design. I don't know, you ever just have like a design speak to you, and you just think like, hey, that character looks cool, and then you just want to get into that series because of that character? Well, that was Mikoto for me. She's one of the coolest characters ever. I love her ability and how she is very creative with her ability. I like a lot of her internal conflict, especially like in Railgun S. It was really cool. She develops very well. I enjoy that. I love her character interactions, and I'd say she's probably either my favorite or my second favorite tsundere in anime. I had to do Frenda before Mugino, and you know why if you've seen Index. Frenda, SS tier. Maybe that's not... This is one of the weirder picks, I think. Frenda, I enjoyed every single thing about her character. One part, because of the manga, I'm not going to spoil it because it hasn't been adapted yet, but you'll see her, she's on the cover of that volume. If you read it, that is one of my favorite parts of the series. It really is. Her interactions with another character was very cool, and when I saw what happened at the end of that arc in Railgun, and then when I thought about what happened, actually I'd read that before Index 3. Wait, did I? Am I lying? I don't know. I don't remember. When I connected the dots of what happened at the end of this part of the Railgun arc, that you know what I'm talking about if you've read it, and then I connected the dots because of what happens in Index 3, I got hit in the feels. I felt something. I felt so bad. She's very funny, very cute, very cool abilities. She has very cool fights. Every single scene that she is in, I am just thoroughly entertained, and she has just this bright, shiny presence in the show that I love. And she's more than just like this person from this villain organization, right? I don't know. She could have been just mega evil, but she's really not. She's really not. I don't want to go too deep into it. Whatever. Mugino. You would think I would hate Mugino because of what she did to Frenda. I'm going to put her in A tier. So even though I kind of hate that, what she did to Frenda, I mean, a redemption arc is a redemption arc, and I really liked what they showed Mugino and her mental breakdown that she went through. I'm still upset, and I'm not okay. But, I mean, a redemption arc is a redemption arc. I enjoyed it for what it was. I still enjoy her in the show. But just know, Mugino, you can't go higher than this because you hurt Frenda. And I'm not okay with that. We are here. Who is this? Who's this? Kuriko Shirai? Oh, she's my favorite character in the series. She is my favorite character in Toaru. She is I think my fourth favorite character of all time. Oh, heck yeah. I love everything there is to love about Kuriko. She's my profile picture on like Discord and Twitter. I do have a bias for Twin Tails. I could talk for probably 3 days why I like her, but I'm trying to not make this that long. What do I love about her? She adds so much comedic value to the show. I'd say most of my favorite scenes, most of the funniest scenes, I would say, are because of Kuriko. She tried to roofie Mikoto. She takes things so far. She tried to roofie Mikoto. I love her backstory with Ueharu. There's an arc in the manga with this kid. I won't spoil it, but this kid that like sees tragedies in the future. Very cool, touching arc there. You would think that she would have just been this comedic relief character and nothing outside that, but she's so much more than that. She's very observational. She's very real. She's surprisingly thoughtful. She's very, I guess, emotional. She shows a wide array of emotions. She has a strong sense of justice. That is something I can always get behind in the character. Just everything about her. I mean, I went into the show like thinking that Mikoto was just going to be my favorite character and that no one was ever going to pass her. But by the end of Railgun and when I watched Index 2 and the arc where she's like the main character, like there was, like she just became my favorite character, like by far. I have enjoyed literally everything she's involved with. I could have an entire series of just Kuriko talking to herself or something, and I would be thoroughly enjoyed by it. She is one of my favorite characters of all time. I'm not saying she's the best written character here. I think probably all three of these characters next to her would probably be better written than her. But, I mean, writing is not all there is to a character. Kuriko is the Whammon. That is my tier list that I've been talking about to myself for the last 2.5 hours. The first recording was a tragedy. My voice actually hurts. If you somehow made it to the end of this, if you watched this entire thing, I thank you so much. You really shouldn't have. I mean it. You shouldn't have. This was probably not interesting. It's just me being a moron talking about this anime series that legit none of my friends like. And that one of my friends, who's probably not going to watch this all the way to the end, despises. But I don't know, man. I love this series. I love the cast. If I sounded too negative at times, I'm sorry. I really don't. I don't feel hateful towards really any of these characters. If your favorite character is this guy from Skill out here, who I compare to a Fire Emblem character, bro, power to you. Or sis. I don't know. For some reason, the word sis makes me mad. I don't know why. I have a sister. Thank you if you watched it. If you commented, or no, if you watch this, comment your favorite few characters. Send me a picture of your tier list on Twitter at Proz with like 4 Z's at the end. Ignore that other guy named Proz. I don't know how someone else ended up with the same name I did. Alright, no one's gonna watch this. No one's gonna watch this. I'm gonna have a hard time watching this. I don't know. Thank you. And goodbye. Good night. Have a great life. Thank you.